Hey, we're back. I'm Deya Direct, and we're here on Girlfriend FM with the Foxy Lady herself, Miss Pam Grier. And honey, she is breaking it down. We getting healed. We getting saved. We finding love, relationship advice. It's working out. Look, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right in a
Uh,
minute now. Miss Pam.
uh-huh.
So you've been talking to us about healing and being whole and having balance. And when you talked about having cancer at 39, and I know that you've never been married or had children.
I just
What
wasn't lucky enough.
was that a factor? Did you care? Was that something that you
No,
just?
I wanted to be married. I was looking for a husband, and
Mhm.
I still am looking for that male partner who
Mhm.
can be that, and I want him to be the best man he can be. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, I have ran into situations where my career is an aphrodisiac
Mm.
and the success of it.
Mm.
And you meet people who are dishonorable.
Mhm.
And you have to do a due diligence and sift through, do you really like me for me, or you like my career?
Right.
And then when they come out to the ranch, who are they?
Right.
And they're not authentic.
But
So
your
you have to
ranch, your
look.
ranch is in a space where you almost have to be authentic because
You have no choice or you die. There's no lights. There's no street lights. You need a
There are
phone.
no. What do you mean there are no lights?
There's no street light. It's on a two-lane country road. Like,
Why
you
did you
go
choose
down
that?
10 miles, make a left. Now, on that 10 mile, you must make a left.
Or
Okay?
else,
Or you're lost. And then you go another 5 miles, you make a right.
does your cell phone even work
Hey,
out
when
there?
Snoop Dogg came out with Exhibit and the crew, they were on
You said
tour.
Snoop Dogg and
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy and others come
I
down?
invite my friends out to have breakfast and hang out with
I
me.
love it.
Everybody who comes in tours, they're coming out, and we have breakfast. Um,
Who cooks?
Me sometimes I cook, or my mom, she likes cooking.
Mm-hmm.
But I like to cook. I love nutrition. I love it, the fact that, even with the garden that we'll have, just to digress a little, people come out and show the community how to cook better
Mm-hmm.
nutrition so it can fight diabetes and cancer,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
teach people that just because you may have low income or no income, you don't have to eat poorly.
Right.
You can eat with health and wellness and
Right.
richness.
Right.
So I was raised in a way where, we make everything by scratch.
Mm.
Pies and cakes and grill and
Right.
fish and, anything you want
Right.
that's
A real
healthy.
down home woman.
And the water makes it taste very good because there's no, chemicals in it.
Right.
So I invite them out, and then and they can see that. I mean, everyone thinks I'm in this big mansion, but I bought this small farmhouse. And Snoop Dogg and them drove by, thought it was the Helps house.
I
I
love
said,
it.
no, come on back. Come on, that's me. That's my house. My barn is bigger than my house.
Wow.
But I just don't need all of that. And a lot of men want you to spend, want you to be flossy, they want to show you off, they want to spend your money. And I felt, you know what? Maybe you need to find someone else who's your fool.
Mm-hmm.
That's not necessarily who you really are.
But have you always been in that place, or did you
I
catch
was
up
raised
to that?
that way.
You catch
I
up to
was
that
raised
woman,
that
really?
way. My family was very humble
Mm-hmm.
because my father's side worked on the R.J. Reynolds plantations since the 1400 century, when they landed and had tobacco plantations.
So you feel like you've always been a strong woman. You never took any mess from a man. You never had your heart broken or played the fool or any
Well,
of
I
that.
have my heart broken when I love someone and I have to tell them they can't be in my life
Mm.
because of their choices, who they want to be. And it's all due respect. They should be who they think they want to be
Because
or
you
need to
you
be.
made a statement that I read where you said you have to love people, but you have to love yourself
Yeah,
more.
you have to love you more, then they'll love you for it.
Mm-hmm.
But, there were a couple of times, even with Richard Pryor, who
Mm-hmm.
I loved him dearly. I put when his horse was injured, in the backseat of my Jaguar to take to the vet. Richard thought I was crazier than
Right.
he was.
Right.
But I was going to save that life, and he respected me for that.
Mm-hmm.
And he realized, he said, I want to go cold turkey for you. I said, no, you have to go for you because it's going to
Yeah.
be hard.
Right.
And I could see him struggling, and I love him and I still to this day, and I love Jennifer, his wife, who took such great care of him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I could have done it, honestly, to take care of Richard and not be able to take care of my life and my family.
Right.
So I had to let him go, and that broke my heart because you have to let somebody go, even though you love them, and you might be the martyr for them.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew, no, I have to take care of my family. I can't ask Richard to take care of my mom and
Right.
her surgeries and her issues. I have to be able to do it myself. And I see that I'll be living for him. Will I lose my identity? Probably, maybe not.
Was that your issue with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? You felt like you
Well,
would
no,
have.
that was religious. That was,
But did you feel like if you became a Muslim, would you have to lose your identity or not be the Pam that you wanted to
no,
be?
I would not have become the Pam that everyone knows me. I would have become his wife, an Islamic woman, a Muslim woman,
Right.
which has see, Islam is monolithic, but it is diverse. Such as they have, the fundamentalists, the radicals,
Right.
the conservatives, the liberals, and he could not tell me, just being engaged in the last 3 years in Islam, who we would be as a couple.
Mm.
So I said, well, who are we? Do I not drive? Do I need a chaperone? Do I have to prove the second wife? Do I have the children and the second wife take care? I mean, there were issues that he could not answer at the time. So if I'm going to give my life to you and to the theory, the dogma of Islam, who are we going to be? Where can I get a degree? Can I go to school? What about my mother? I have to take her, who is ill, suffering paralysis. And then later, my older sister passed away of cancer. So, I have issues. And if he's not offering to take, and you know what? If you be my wife and you become a Muslim woman and you lose a lot of your freedoms and things, liberties that you want to do, because I was a child of the women's movement. And so I had to decide, if we get a divorce, what do I have? So think it through.
As a woman of the women's movement, are you comfortable with a man being the leader?
I want a man to be a man, absolutely. However, if he does not have the knowledge, and I do, he has to be intelligent enough to let me balance that.
Talk.
Because I don't, a man doesn't have a degree and he's still a great man. That's still the man for me. And if he goes to Harvard, and I don't have that cerebral, that academia that he has, but it enhanced my life and our togetherness, let him have it. But often you'd be surprised in a relationship, it sometimes you take different points to lead.
That's right.
That's the flexibility of the relationship. If it's one way all the time, you get bored and it's over in 3 years. You've got to find that balance of swinging back and forth. You lead today, baby. Okay, baby. And your man comes home, he says, we can't, for the next year or two, it's your turn, your job, your money. You lead. You be there. I'll be there. I'll take care of the house, the kids or whatever. I lost my job, or I'm sick, or I can't. And now that men are coming down with more prostate cancer than ever before, and not being able to work and fulfill their dream, or they're fulfilling your dream of your dream man. What, do you get rid of him? You unlove him?
Right.
Because he can't be that man? He's your best friend, would give his life for you. So you have to be flexible.
How would a man even get close to you? Who could be that?
They do, and they can. And then often they're not authentic, because they like the spotlight. They're in love with the idea of being in love with the celebrity. And one day they do wake up and you don't know who they are, because they've forgotten who I was supposed to be for them. Because it's a chameleon effect. Well, what do you see in a man? What do you want in a man? What do you like in a man? All of a sudden they become those things. And then they forget. And then they wake up someone else. And you go, who are you? So, that's a real factor. You have to be aware and alert and present to know who you're getting involved with. 3 months, that's it. 90 days, that's it. After that, you're wasting your time. And if someone lives with you, whether it's male or female, you have to make sure they really love and care for all that you've gathered. Economically, your career, you don't want to lose your condo. It took you forever to get. There was a time where, as a young woman, they said, when I wanted to buy a house, well, are you married? No. Well, you can't have a house.
Right.
You need a co-signer. I said, why? When I could pay for it cash.
Right.
And they turned me down. So everything I have bought cash, because it was ridiculous how they treated me, whether it was a woman of color or a woman. But I had to have a man. I had to be married.
So if you were to wrap it up to sisters out there who are seeking to be whole.
Be whole first.
Not H-O.
No, not a whole, complete.
Right.
First.
Right.
And then if someone comes right, they will be as complete. I mean, you will see, if you have your togetherness, you have your life, your career, your condo, your bank account, your independence, and someone comes into your life, they will respect you for being the best woman you can be. If they can't, that's one way. And if they want to use that up and deplete you and leave you with nothing, you will know that as well. because he has to be bringing something, well, something interesting. It's vibrancy in life. Caring for others, service for others is very important. Your health. You get up, baby, I know we drank last night, we partied, but I'm going to the gym, I'm on the treadmill.
Right.
I got to keep my body, because you can't keep me well. And if I get sick, my boyfriend, for example, left me when I had my second surgery. He totally abandoned me. Didn't come to my surgeries. He didn't return my clothes or my Ralph Lauren sheets. I was mad.
About your sheets?
Yeah, the whole set. Okay.
Yes.
So he abandoned me,
Yeah.
and a lot of women are abandoned by their men when they have a scar from losing their breasts. Okay. So that wasn't the man for you, and somehow you got snowed.
Was that your story?
weren't-
Did you have a mastectomy?
No,
Oh.
no, but other women.
But in general,
I have
yes.
friends.
Yes.
My sister's first husband abandoned her because he didn't like the scar. It was unattractive. Didn't turn him on, so he left her.
And how did you get over that
You know how many
anger?
women have gone through that?
How did you get over that anger?
I didn't have any anger.
So
You
when
don't
he
get
left,
over it.
So when he left, you were just
My doctor sat on my bed and he said, "You need to focus on getting well. He'll be all right, wherever he is. But you know what? Whoever gets sick in his life, we pray for them."
You know what? That really is the message, isn't it? I think that's the message of Dr. Day, and what I'm hearing from you is get whole, get healthy for yourself, and
No one else can heal you.
no one else can heal you.
They can guide you.
But being whole and becoming everything that you can be, that's really the essence of
That's
being
what makes
healthy.
you. That's your self-esteem.
That is being healthy.
That's accomplishment. You earn your self-esteem when you do things, when you accomplish things for yourself, for others. That's what makes you whole.
I have been at the feet of Dr. Pam Grier. Yes, she is healing our souls and our spirits, and she is speaking into our lives, and we are grateful. She ain't just foxy. She's fabulous and smart and a very soulful spirit. Thank you for healing, sending your healing spirit and your wisdom today, right here on Girlfriend FM. I'm your girl, Deya Direct, and I am blessed to have been in your presence.
Thank you. I didn't want to shock you.